Ninjas, Sean Caspian coming at you to talk to you about a little show that came out this week that's got everybody in a huff. I'm talking about Heroes of Cosplay. So in case you hadn't heard, Heroes of Cosplay is a reality TV series on sci-fi about, well, the world of cosplay. Now, a good chunk of the cosplay community really didn't like the show, so I decided to watch it. I'm kind of torn. There are things I like and things I don't like. So I'm here today to give you my 5 things I like and 5 things I don't like about Heroes of Cosplay. So, starting out with the things that I do like. Number 1, Jessica and Holly. Why? Because I really actually enjoyed the superficial construction of their conflict within the show. It was obvious that they set this up reality show style, but I actually kind of enjoyed it. They took it far enough on the cheesy side that I found it entertaining, and the show would have really lacked without it. Number 2, the actual pacing of the show. I really appreciated how fast the show kept going. Number 3, the competition angle of the show. Yes, a lot of people really don't like that angle. It's got to be entertaining past just a single episode. It's got to have some level of drama and progression, something for everybody to work towards, and I really thought that the way they did it in this show worked well. The competition angle is something that's actually relevant to cosplayers. A lot of cosplayers do compete in heavy-duty shows for real prizes, and it's got to be stressful. I mean, these people take their art very, very seriously. So the competition angle I actually thought worked quite well. El numero 4. Yaya. Every single moment we get to spend with Yaya in Heroes of Cosplay is a real gem. She's just nothing but pro, and she's absolutely at the top of her game. I really appreciated having Yaya in there. It was awesome! And number 5, the cosplayers themselves. I actually found most of the people they used highly relatable on some level or another. They aren't superstars of cosplay, but they're clearly professionals and really care about what they do, and the costumes they presented for the competition were really cool. And now for the 5 things that really didn't hit so well on my list for Heroes of Cosplay. Number 1, absolutely superficial acting, especially from Victoria. I realize this is supposed to be a reality show and not acting anyway, but honestly, some of the people like Victoria, when they're having a stress out moment or something like that, I just don't buy it. I'm not feeling it. Which brings me to number 2. A lot of the conflicts were clearly engineered. Victoria, the night before she goes out and gets drunk, her costume's not even done. She's notorious for being late anyway. She doesn't even have pieces of her costume that she needs desperately to finish this whole thing up, and she goes out and parties. What do we think's gonna happen? So I really didn't appreciate that. Number 3, lack of how-to cosplay. This was a real bummer for me that they didn't have anything about this in the show. I'm somebody who has a lot of friends who cosplay. I really, really respect the art. I love it. I'd love to get into it sometime. I just don't have time at the moment. And I'd love to kind of see in depth how some of these people do what they do and put together these massive pieces of art. So that was a real bummer that we didn't get to see any of that. Number 4, Becky continuously complaining about how big and overweight she is. Huh? Okay, first off, she's not. She's gorgeous. And the other thing is that since the nature of this show is to go a little bit more mainstream with the whole art, you're gonna have a lot of people watching this thing that have never done it before. Somebody really interested in getting into this might be scared now that they're gonna look really awful when they're really just beautiful, gorgeous people and they need to give it a shot. It's ridiculous. I also found it ironic that the person with body issues is playing Merida, who is a character that strays away from that typical mold of you've got to be absolutely perfect in order to be a princess that we're so familiar with. And number 5, I really didn't like how they painted all these people as like manic obsessives. Everything's manic, everything's crazy, everything's breaking, nothing works. She's my best friend, but I hate her. Showing these people in this light also kind of sheds a bad light on the art form overall. What you have to understand is that these people are in competition and they're trying to play up the drama a little bit for a TV show. So in the end, there is some good, there is some bad, but overall, I kind of vibed the show a little bit. Yes, it's bringing your art form into mainstream, but that's what's happening with everything we love, guys. It's finally cool to be a geek. And when something's actually cool, a lot of people want to get in on it. Personally, I think the show might get a lot of people excited about trying it. And there you have it, my thoughts on the first episode of Heroes of Cosplay. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Sean Caspian. Please remember to subscribe and like and favorite and leave me some comments. What did you think about the show? Did you think it kind of pooed on your art? Or do you think it kind of brought your art to a new light, to new people that might have never tried it before? Let me know, and thank you so much for watching. Arigatou gozaimashita.